Confidential. I'm Shannon, your host. And Shannon Confidential is a podcast about life, love, and everything in between. No matter what is going on in this world, a lot of things we can all relate to. We all have issues. We all have good times, bad times. We have problems with our family, problems at work, maybe even problems with, society. Whatever it is, we all have it. We're all going through it. We're not alone. It doesn't matter your color, your religion, your sex, your income, where you live. We're all here together, and we all have to face this together. Agree or disagree, we're in this together. And that's what this podcast is all about. Now, I did have a different subject matter that I was going to talk about, but I just felt so compelled to address all the anger I'm seeing in the world today. I'm not saying it's not rightly so. I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong. I am not pointing the finger. I am just saddened by the way it's affecting friends and families and the people you care about. And it's not about what got us here. Everybody's got an opinion on that, and that's fine. And maybe that's the point, that somehow, right, wrong, or indifferent, whatever your view is, we have lost maybe I don't want to say the ability to tolerate, because I'm not asking anybody to tolerate something that they dislike or hate. And I don't even really want to use the word hate, to be honest with you. Agree to disagree. I do believe if you've done wrong, you should be caught for doing wrong. I believe if you're a bad person, you should be held accountable for being a bad person. That's not what this is about. As much as all of this is going on because of the election, I don't want this to be a politically motivated podcast. That might come one day, but not this one. I'm going to do my best to just try to keep it to emotion and what it's doing to our relationship, to ourselves, to our family and friends. And I can only speak about me. I'm not saying how you feel is right or wrong. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just being honest. And wherever that takes me, because I truly have to tell you, I don't really know what I'm going to say, just that I feel compelled to say something. And we'll go from there. I'm just trying to come up with the words, because I know this is hurting me. This is hurting me to see the people I love go through this. And a lot of it, no matter what side you're on, a lot of it has to do with, all of this nonsense that we're reading and posts and the media is covering. Some will say this, whether they believe it's the truth or not. That's not the point. It's making us angry and sad and worrisome and anxious. And all of that is not good for you. It's not good for your body. It's not good for, there's just nothing good for you when it comes to having all of those, now for an extended period of time, emotions. And the way we're lashing out at each other is, it's almost like some people forgot how to be human. And I don't get that. I truly support that however you feel is the right way to feel. Feel that way. Doesn't matter to me. I have friends on both party lines. If you know how I voted, that's great. If you don't, I really don't care. If I know how you voted, I really don't care. If you voted the same as I did, yeah, we might have more to talk about. But that doesn't mean I don't like you because you didn't. And I want to make that very clear, because I again, this is only about me. I don't care. I care about me. I care about my world. And if that sounds selfish, I don't care. I just don't care. I do what I do because that's what's best for me, just like you do what you do because that's what's best for you. And I can live in a world like that. All that other stuff that's going on, all the political views and everything else. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how we relate to each other. Just because your view is different than mine does not mean I hate you. Just because your view is different than mine doesn't even mean that I think anything, just that you had a different view. And the appalling thing that I am seeing, I can't even say it's appalling, it's not even human. What I'm seeing is the people that are being bashed, publicly bashed, whether it be verbally, physically, assaulted in any way by anybody, simply because of a hat they have on, or a color of shirt they're wearing, or maybe even the color of their skin, is disgusting. And if somebody's hat or somebody's shirt or the color of someone's skin makes you so angry that you feel that you have the right to assault them for that, that makes you a scumbag. That makes you the lowest of lows. And I don't get, in a society where we are human, we have rights, we have abilities, I just don't get where that hatred comes from, that people will stand around with their cell phones and record someone getting beaten to death because of who they voted for. Are you serious? If you support that, there's no words for you. Karma will come, I suppose. I don't have to wish negative on you. You'll get your own. Your time will come. What I'm just saying is I don't understand when that became okay. When it became okay to record a beating in America. And I make posts all the time on my Facebook page. Well, I won't say all the time, but maybe more now than I ever had to, where I refer to we the people. And again, let me make something else very clear. If you live in the United States and you follow the same Constitution I follow, you are part of we the people. We the people does not mean we the people who are like me, we the people who think like me. We the people are we Americans who believe that there's right and wrong and laws for a reason, to avoid this chaos. So yes, we the people, I truly believe, are the strongest power on the face of this earth. We control more just by being American people than any of us give each other credit for. We have such power in the decisions we make, whether we choose to buy something or not buy something, watch a channel, not watch a channel. The world, the money, the sponsorships, the shows, they rely on us. We have so much power. It's incredible. Those are we the people. So do not accuse me of being for one side or the other, or racist, or I don't believe in this, or I don't believe in that because I refer to we the people, because let me explain something to you that actually includes you. So stop. Just stop. Now, I have removed some people from my social media, which I have every right to, and I do not apologize for. And it has nothing to do with political views. If you are posting about wanting someone dead, wanting someone's family dead, I don't want to have anything to do with a person like that. So yes, I will delete you. It has nothing to do with a political notion. I wouldn't be friends with someone who said that. So why would I want you on my social media? That's absurd. So yeah, I'm gonna delete you. I'm gonna delete you, and I'm gonna do it on purpose because I don't like who you are as a person. Even if you voted the same way I did, I would delete you because it's wrong. That type of anger is wrong, and I don't want any part of it. And maybe that's what this podcast is partly about. When we're watching all of this negativity, don't fool yourself if you think that's not going to have an effect on you. It weighs on you, and that level of frustration, either side, and anxiety. It just gets to a level where you can't take it, and then you start lashing out, and maybe you're getting a little snippy with a loved one. It's happening, and we have to stop it from happening. And if these news shows or the social media that you're watching is causing all this angst in you, stop. Yes, you can stop. You have the power to do whatever you want to do. You have the power to watch any show you want to watch, as much as you have the power not to watch any show that is just causing you too much frustration and anger. Turn it off. Do what is best for you. Do what you have to do to bring back your sanity. It's not wrong to not watch it. It's not throwing a blind eye. You have to take care of yourself first. And there's no selfishness in that. And I think what really made me, and I'm going to try to not get emotional here to do this, is I love my daughter. I love her so much. But we see things right now, well, pretty much all our lives, we see things differently, but we've agreed to disagree and it's been fine. But now it's different. Our views on what is going on are very, very different. And I try to practice what I preach. And as much as there is so much frustration and worry and anger and complete disbelief on some of the things that she says to me, and I'm sure that goes both ways, because obviously we have very different points of view. So much so that we're having a hard time spending time together. She was here earlier to help with the camera and the lighting, and when she found out what I was going to talk about, she left. And I can't be the only one going through this. And that's maybe why I felt the need to talk about it. Because it hurts. When all of this anger is causing you not to be able to spend times with the people you love. And that's reflecting out into society. And it's wrong. And maybe some people watching this are saying, well, that's what the media is trying to do. All right, I'm not stupid. I get a lot. But when you just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Choosing to hate and to fight is a choice. And I'm choosing not to. I will still believe in my beliefs, and I will still support who I support, and I will still pray that everything's happening for a reason, and what is supposed to happen will happen. And if it doesn't, the sun will still rise and the sun will still set. And I will still love my daughter. But it just kills me to see what is happening. And if you're watching this, don't say, well, so-and-so and he's doing this to the world, and this one and all the corruption, and that's what's doing this to the world. Keep it simpler than that. I've never been able to not spend time with my daughter because of someone else. And that is so sad to me. And I really don't know if any of this makes any sense to any of you, but I don't know, there's just got to be better. We have to be able to make our own decisions about what we like and dislike. We need to be able to not be afraid to wear a hat or a certain color in public, because it should be okay. I'm not saying people shouldn't get punished for their rights and wrongs. I'm not saying that. So please understand, this is not about party lines. This is about how we treat each other as a society, as a people. I just don't get it. We teach our kids tolerance and but yet as adults we can't practice what we preach. I was on a walk today and there was a political bumper sticker on the back of a car, and under that bumper sticker was F the person. And I'm sure you know what I'm saying. Why? You can show your support in so many ways. We, the people, have the power to do that. But why? Why is there so much hatred? I'm watching people totally publicly humiliate people they once called friends on social media. Why? I'm going to be straight up with you. Look, I've got friends of all races, all colors, and like I said earlier, that vote both party lines. They believe in things that make my jaw drop, that I just don't get. I don't understand. I 100% oppose what they say. But make no mistake, if they were walking down the street and a bunch of people started harassing that friend of mine that was completely different in view than I was, and they were harassing, let's just say her, and verbally assaulting her, God forbid physically assaulting her, I'd have her back. I'd protect her. Not because I support her views, but because I would never watch someone get verbally or physically assaulted because of their view. That's what's wrong. I have friends that are huge supporters of BLM, and the words itself, Black Lives Matter, I believe all lives matter. I believe my life matters, your life matters. I don't care what color your skin is. I believe all religions matter. I believe everybody matters. I do not support the BLM organization. That's a different story. But if a friend of mine was walking down the street, or a complete stranger for that matter, and they had a BLM hat on, and they were doing nothing but wearing a hat, and someone walked towards them and was assaulting them in some way, I'd protect the person in the hat. They don't deserve it. They're allowed to do whatever they want. That's what makes America America. And yet, we seem to be sliding very quickly away from that. And I just want to get back to just respecting each other's differences and not stressing about it, that the world is going to come to an end and you have to board up your storefronts. It shouldn't be that way. It just shouldn't be that way. Just keep it simple. Again, this isn't about who I think is right or wrong. I have a whole view on that, but that's not what this is about. This is about allowing people to have an opposing view and not hate them for it. Because as much as you think you're right and you have the facts to be right, I can assure you, I think I'm right and I have the facts to be right. But I wouldn't want you hurt for it. I wouldn't want you not to be my friend because of it. Because one day all of this is going to be over, and I don't want to be left with a whole bunch of regret that I let a friendship go, or I watched, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm saying. We should all be able to think freely. Think what you want, say what you want. If it's different than mine, I'll still hear it. If it's different than yours, you should have the courage to hear it. But don't shut people out just because of what they're saying. You might learn something. I might learn something. And I don't want to see families affected anymore. Thanksgiving's coming. I know you never talk religion or politics at the table, and that's fine. I get that. But there's families, and I know of families out there that aren't getting together because there's such opposing sides that they can't. And I just, maybe just for a day, leave it at the door. Come together as family. And then go back to whatever it is you're going back to after. I don't know, just, I don't know. Maybe you don't associate with some friends because you just have too much pride. And to me, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Because how could too much pride keep you from spending time with the people you care about? I'm pretty certain no one's ever choked to death swallowing their pride. So go ahead and swallow it. It won't kill you. That's all I got. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.